the Indianapolis Colts. It's Mike Tirico and Greg Olson with you. Michael Badgley will be the first to get this one going. And off we go from the German capital. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Falcons come out, and they are led by Michael Penix, the second-year quarterback out of Washington. Greg taking over late last year and winning the job as the Atlanta starting quarterback.
Yeah, probably the biggest surprise of the 2024 draft was the Falcons making Michael Penix Jr. the 8th overall pick. Because remember, only a few months earlier, Mike, the big news, they signed Kirk Cousins to the big free agent contract, and then they turn around and they draft the future. So going into this year, there is no question. Michael Penix Jr. is the face. He's the future of that Falcons organization. And in their mind, they think this year they're in a position to compete, and they want to compete now. It almost seemed like the defender was getting the play call sent into his helmet, just like the quarterback, because he knew the play before they even snapped the ball, and that play had no shot.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. It's the first run of the game for Bijan Robinson. Finding room at the 35. Gets gone. 76 yards. Touchdown, Atlanta. Terrific way, Greg, to get this game started. Able to get the opening touchdown and do it with a long run.
Mike, anytime you can create explosive plays in the run game, you're definitely going to take it. And they're going to be able to build on those plays as the rest of this game moves along.
A try here for the extra point.
Lining up for the extra point.
He's got it. And the Falcons will take a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Falcons 7, Colts 0.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Ashton Doolin now to return it. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Colts offense going to take the field here for the first time. They're led by the former first-round pick out of Duke, quarterback Daniel Jones.
As hard as it may be, Mike, to resist, I don't think they need to come out and think we have to match them big play for big play after just giving up that early score. Stick to your plan. Pick up the first down and allow this game to start unfolding and settle into a rhythm. Execute your game plan. Don't try to match what your opponents do.
They'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. A gain of 14. Good for a quick first down.
First and 10.
The ability to be effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a third down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
He's got a receiver. That's Michael Pittman. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good
ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
Again, they target Pittman. He's got another catch. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
They'll go with the sneak, and he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run. 3rd and short, 4th and short, the ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and to say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points.
Open man, his tight end, Tyler Warren. And he's brought down after
7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Falcons' 41-yard line.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 3. From the gun, it's Jones. He's got a man. That's Josh Downs. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
It's a gain of 11.
A gain there of 11. First down, Indianapolis.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
On play action, it's Jones. Open man, that's Alec Pierce. And he takes it down to the 15-yard line. That is a gain of 15, halfway there, as he's down at the 15.
At the 15-yard line.
If you're going to give him this much time to scan the field, he's inevitably going to find an open man downfield like he does here. That's a great job remaining patient and letting that play develop.
On the handoff, it's Taylor. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on first down.
He was brought down by Caden Ellis. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 7-yard line.
Second down, they need 3. And he's in. Michael Pittman. Touchdown, Colts.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down a score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score on the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come over with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
Here's Michael Badgley for the point after. It's up and through. And the Colts come right back to tie it at 7.
Michael Badgley set
Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. Jamal Agnew now to return. We'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. The Falcons offense ready to see the football for the second time. All even here in this opening quarter. And the drive will begin with first down. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down.
He was taken down at the 22-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up second and 9.
Quick throw on the RPO is complete. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
And it's third down.
It's going to be third. They need one. They'll run the sneak. Trying to find any seam he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's fourth down. The Falcons getting their puncher out there. Anthony. Now fair catch called, and he's going to take it out beyond the 25-yard line. The Colts offense about ready to get going on their second possession. Will try to establish some tempo as they start this one with first and 10. Working from the gun, it's Jones. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. That one good for a dozen. And a very quick first down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down.
That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
That's complete. Jonathan Taylor out of the backfield. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line. 17 yards on that connection. That's good for a Colts first down.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. But think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last. You can see in the eyes of the quarterback, he's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
A design run here with Jones. A gain there of 16 yards. First down, Indianapolis.
It's a gain of 16 yards.
This is an area of Daniel Jones' game, Mike, that I think people often overlook. He is sneaky fast, and when he gets out into open space, very rarely can anybody catch him.
On the move at the 14-yard line, it's first and 10. On the give, this is Taylor. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4.
Down at the 10-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5.
Second and 5. Shotgun now for Jones. This one caught at the 4. And he'll take it on in. Alec Pierce. Touchdown, Indy.
And what a fitting end to this drive, Mike. It only makes sense that he's the one that gets the ball in the end zone after making a handful of clutch plays prior to the touchdown. That was just a textbook example of one guy taking over the game.
Here's Badgley for the extra point. He knocks it through, and the Colts will move out to a 14-7 lead.
14, Falcons 7.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Agnew on the return. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Here's Bijan Robinson and the Falcon offense set for their next drive. And he has been sensational in this opening quarter. You have to imagine we're going to see much more of him as this game goes on. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. They'll go play action now with Penix. That's into the hands of Warner, the tight end. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
On 2nd down, it's a run with Robinson. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
There's very few defenses in today's NFL, Mike, that you can play the cornerback position and be unwilling to tackle. Those days are kind of over, so give credit to this guy. I mean, he identified run, he understood his leverage and gap fit, and he's able to bring him down for no gain.
To do the trick, unable to get back to the line of scrimmage, and it leads to 4th down.
That's just one of those drives that was out of whack from the start, Mike. They just couldn't get anything going on the early downs, and they'll most likely punt the ball away and hope that their defense can do the same thing and get them the ball back.
And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Colts offense ready for this next possession. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Jones going to hang on to it here. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
You know, Mike, early in my time in Carolina, we were kind of on the forefront of this NFL zone read revolution. Cam Newton, one of the best to ever do it. I have seen up close and personal, when you run the zone read the right way, it is a nightmare for a defense to defend.
Jones keeping this one. He's going to be out of bounds inside the 40-yard line. They'll get 19 out of that play. That's good for a Colts 1st down.
So, Mike, at the core of a successful zone read play is that the quarterback understands which defender is he responsible for. That is the defender they're trying to put in a bind. In this case, he chooses the runner. The quarterback pulls the ball, and he's able to take off for a big gain.
Pass right side to down. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the Falcons' 32-yard line.
So after 1, it's the Colts out to the early lead. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. The Colts with the football to start this second quarter. They've got it with 2nd and 3 coming up. Zone read, it's a give to Taylor. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard.
And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up 3rd down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal threats. And that's what makes it so hard for these defenses to defend those situations.
They'll try and run for this. It's Taylor. And he's going to be close to that first down. Looks like he made it past the yellow line. Yes, he did. It is indeed a first down.
And I think if they didn't get it there, even with the lead, I think that coach is telling them, hey, this is 4 down territory. But that's all for naught now, because after that good blocking up front, he picks up a fresh set of downs.
On first down, they'll stay with Taylor on the ground. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9.
The tackle made by Jesse Bates. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 19-yard line.
Now it's 2nd and 1. Now here's a keeper on his own read. The ball comes out. And fortunately, he's able to get back on it. So not only will it not be a turnover, but in fact the drive keeps going. It's a first down.
At the 11-yard line.
Oh, man, Greg, those must be scary times for a player. Not that it happened to you often, but he lost the ball but was able to get it back and avoid the turnover.
Well, Mike, I hate to admit it, but unfortunately, I was in that situation a few times. And I'll tell you what, when that ball pops out of your hand, the only thing on your mind is there anything I can do to get it back? In this case, he was able to get it back, and he dodged a bullet.
So after the loss on first, here's 2nd and 14. Jones. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. Well, that helps. It's going to be a much more manageable 3rd down, getting some good yardage on that 2nd down play.
They may not have moved the chains, but with what they were dealing with there on 2nd down, that's a really nice pickup, because now it opens up your play call sheet on 3rd down where it's a little bit more manageable.
Jones going to try and throw on 3rd down. It is dropped in the end zone. Michael Pittman, touchdown Colts. That's his 2nd touchdown so far here in the first half. And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start in this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer, because right now, they don't have one for this guy.
Badgley now attack on the extra point. It's up and good. And the Colts will take a 21-7 lead.
Falcons 7.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Carter on the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the takeover once again. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Plant. It's Penix. He'll step up and run.
The best quarterbacks don't see the rush, they feel the rush, and that's exactly what this guy was able to do here. He's able to escape the initial pressure and immediately realizes, I got some space out in front of me. Picks up a solid gain here on 1st down.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and a yard. Mooney in motion. He'll try the right side with Robinson. And no place to go. He's hit and taken down behind the line.
Well, as been the case this entire first half, it's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
Backfield empties. 5 receivers in the formation for 3rd down and 5. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. First time these two have connected this afternoon, and it'll wind up being a 1st down.
Having a tight end that can contribute in the passing game, Mike, I mean, it just seems like it's become more and more common throughout the entire league. And not only do you have to be reliable, but you have to be athletic enough after the catch to take advantage of some of these targets. So it's exactly what he does here, and you can tell why he's such a big part of this offense.
And let's give him about 4 on that one. Kenny Moore there to make the play.
Taken down at the 41. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Here's Robinson. And he will keep the drive moving. Gets the 1st down. Nice gain of 5.
36-yard line. It's a gain of 6. 1st down, Atlanta.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen. And not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2. But it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor. And when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference for the offense. Every team makes an emphasis on winning 1st down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
The catch is made. It's Agnew. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
A gain of 7 yards. And it's 3rd down.
From the gun, here is Penix. He'll try to run for it. And he wisely hit the deck at the end of that one. No unnecessary shot there. It is a 1st down.
Anytime a quarterback decides to tuck it and turn himself into a runner, you can just feel the sideline hold their breath. They're just hoping that he gets down, picks up enough for the 1st down, but more importantly, protects himself
so he can get himself back up and continue on.
On the give, it's Robinson. And the Falcons are going to have a first and goal inside the 10, down to the 7-yard line.
First and goal, Atlanta.
And this offense just continues to chew up yards and get first down after first down. And defensively now, you find yourself a little bit on your heels. You're defending a goal-to-go situation. They need to step up here and get a stop.
Down to the goal line. No signal. Is he in? They'll say it did not break the plane, but a real solid gain on first and goal. Looks like we have an injured Colt on that play. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. From the 1, second and goal. Robinson trying to find a crease in that mass of humanity, but he is going to come up short. The ball inches from the goal line. Third and goal. They'll try to sneak it here. And he's able to get the ball across the goal line. He's in. Michael Penix. Touchdown, Falcons. A lot of bodies down there, but there's one with the football, the quarterback. It's all that matters. Breaks the plane for the touchdown.
And all that quarterback is looking for, Mike, is the smallest of creases before that snap. Once he identifies it, all that's left to do is put your head down, get behind the big boys up front, and drive the legs across the goal line.
The extra point by Romo is good. And the Falcons draw closer here. It's 21-14. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return, it's Doolin. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. Michael Pittman making his way back out there along with the rest of the Colts offense. They'll begin with first and 10. They'll start this on the ground. It's Taylor. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line. They'll get 11 there, and that's a quick first down.
For that play to work, Mike, you have to distort the defensive line at the point of attack. And what that means is the offensive lineman, you need one of them to win their block. Move the defender out of his gap. Because when you do, you can see there is a nice run lane for the back to hit.
That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's second and 1. On the ground, it's Taylor. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Looks like we have an injured Colt on that play. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. First and 10 now from the 36. Right back to Taylor. This time they're ready for it. Room to run the last snap. Not this one. They stop him for no gain.
So they go with the first down run, hoping to just get them some positive yards and get themselves into a good second down situation. But now they find themselves in second and long. So the more you give defenses the opportunity, Mike, to defend you one-dimensionally. So in this case, we're only playing you in the pass. It stresses your protection, it stresses your play caller, and ultimately, it stresses your quarterback. The key to good route running, Mike, is deceiving the man covering you into thinking you're doing one thing, and then you change it and do the other. And in this case, he had the defender thinking this was a vertical downfield route, and then next thing you know, he gets to his break point, he breaks in, and that ball's put right on the money for a big pickup.
And that is incomplete.
The thing is, the offense comes to the sideline now. The quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey, guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
In comes Michael Badgley for this field goal try. This will be from 47 yards. Badgley's kick is good. And the Colts going to extend their lead. It's now 24-14. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Carter on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now. They get set to take over once more. The deficit is 10, 24-14. So work to do as they come up for first and 10. London brought in motion. The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. And he's going to be out of bounds up around the 39-yard line. 13 yards to start that drive. And a quick first down.
What we're seeing here in this first half, Mike, is an example of the offensive line, the running back, and the play caller all on the same page. The execution and the ability to continue to pick up chunk plays on the ground has been a great start for this offense.
Now the lefty Penix on first down. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. So they come to the line for first down and 10. From the gun, it's Penix. Quick slant into the hands of Mooney. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
Second and 3 at the 42-yard line.
Here's second and 3 to go. Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. Complete. Former first-round pick Drake London with the catch. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
You find yourself in these 2-minute drills, Mike. They're pretty critical moments in the game. They go a long way to deciding the outcome, so it makes a lot of sense. You start looking for your top target, and he comes through for him there.
Running here with Robinson. And a nice job there, sidestepping defenders on his way. It's a gain of 9.
This offensive line continues to be very physical at the point of attack. They've been able to give their backs plenty of room to run. That's why they've already eclipsed the century mark here in the opening half.
On second down, Penix. Over the middle, catch made by Mooney. Now a timeout, Atlanta, That's their first, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go until halftime. Well, a chance to get right back in it here. First down and goal. They'll run with Robinson. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard. Falcons go ahead and take their second timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Going in the wrong direction. Now second and goal from the 12. Back to throw. Here's Penix. He'll tuck it and he'll take this one in. Michael Penix. Touchdown Atlanta. That is second touchdown of the afternoon. That is a heartbreaker for the defense. They took away what he wanted to do in the air, Greg, but that scrambling ability gets him to the end zone for the touchdown.
And the reason he was able to take advantage with his legs here, Mike, is he made a fast decision realizing there was nowhere to go with the ball. The amount of guys the defense had in coverage took those passes away. He tucked the ball down, took advantage of the space, and he was able to take it all the way.
The extra point by Romo is good. And the Falcons cut the lead to 3, 24-21. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. Anthony Gould now to return. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Colts offense and Daniel Jones ready to get going once more. And he's had things all his way in the first half. Those numbers are sensational. And he looks to add to them with another drive here. From the 25, they'll go to work. First and 10. To throw, it's Jones. Right side, that is hauled in by Warren. Now the Colts will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining until halftime.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
Jones now on first down. That one complete to Pierce. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Timeout, Indianapolis. That is their second. And the stoppage comes with 23 seconds left on the first half clock. Here's first and 10. From the gun, it's Jones. And this one is caught by Pierce. And they'll take this down inside the 35. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
Seemed like the receiver, Mike, ran through like 5 different open zones, but once he found the one that he liked, where the quarterback was expecting him, you see him do a nice job throttling down, secures the catch, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
In comes Michael Badgley for this field goal try. This a 48-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Colts going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half.
And that kick will help extend the lead. But remember, Mike, it's still a one-possession game. Halftime's right around the corner. So both teams, there's a lot of work left to be done before we crown a winner here.
Just 1 second remaining in this first half, and they will kick it away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. They'll throw. It's Penix. And that is incomplete. One final chance does not work out. Time has expired. The first half has come to an end.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the studios in the Creative Village here in Orlando. Scott Hansen with you, and you know, we've seen some scoring so far. Both teams getting into the end zone, both teams thinking they could pull out the win in the second half. Who's it going to be? Let's find out. Back out to the stadium and our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thanks. Probably a tough halftime for the defensive coordinators, trying to do something to slow down these offenses. What a show they put on in the first half. Third quarter set on EA Sports. Here's Gould on the return. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. There's Jonathan Taylor and the Colts offense heading back for their next possession. They work with a 6-point advantage as they start this drive on 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll start with Taylor. And this defense not fooled by the option. They stick with the running back, and they get him down for no gain.
I know it's easy from up in the booth, Mike, but I think that's one of those zone reads where the quarterback needs to pull it and keep it himself. The defense was clearly keyed on the running back. Not much room in there. No gain.
Jones to throw on 2nd down. Off-balance throw. It's complete. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time. Play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
This is 3rd and 6. Working from the gun, it's Jones. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
And that's exactly how you teach it. They want these defenders to time the hit, that right when the ball gets there, you separate the receiver from the ball. And those are the ones on offense, man. You just have to make that catch, Mike. I know it's easier said than done, but you know the hit's coming. You've got to squeeze that thing, brace for impact, and make that play for your offense.
Here's Bijan Robinson, and the Falcon offense set for their next drive. The deficit, 6 points. A touchdown here would be mighty nice for the offense. See what they can do on this drive. 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. Room up the sideline at the 45. An electrifying run, bringing it all the way inside the 15-yard line. It's a big run by Robinson. A gain of 57 yards.
We've just seen it time and time again here today. He just continues to get them for big runs, and I think this one might be his best of the bunch.
Down at the 12. It's 1st and 10. Mooney in motion. He's trying to get around the corner, but can't. Going to be run down behind the line. A completion, yes. A loss of yardage, yes as well.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 14-yard line.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Throwing is Penix. That's caught. Right side. It's London. And it'll be taken down after a gain of 9 and 3rd down. Coming up.
Just a really good play design that time, Mike, from the offensive coordinator. They match up one of the most explosive playmakers in the NFL with a hook curl defender, and he's just not able to match up with one of the best route runners in the league.
3rd and 2. And Penix. And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for 3rd down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
They'll try and throw it with Penix. That is high. Touchdown, Falcons. Extra point try forthcoming.
Lining up for the extra point.
The kick is good. And the Falcons have taken the lead by a point here in the 3rd.
28. Colts 27.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here's Gould on the return. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Colts offense back onto the field for their next possession. The deficit is 1 as they'll search now for that go-ahead score. They'll toss this right side to Taylor. And he's trying to get around the corner, but will not. Brought down. That's a loss on the play.
So much of what makes a toss play so good is it allows you to get the ball on the perimeter of the defense really quickly, and it doesn't stress all of your backside blocking. But on the downside, it does get your running back running east and west. They're running sideways for the first couple steps, and with a defense that can run to the ball, you're able to get you down for a loss. I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
It is 3rd and long. Shotgun now for Jones. Coming open is Pierce. It's on target. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. That's well done as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
Pretty easy to see why he continues to be a main focal point for this offense throughout the entire game. That play not only extends the drive, but now they find themselves in plus territory and hope to come away with some points.
Trying the left side and caught by Pittman.
Running these underneath crossing routes, you wouldn't imagine lead to a lot of explosive plays, but when done right, if you can get the receiver in open space and get the ball in their hands, there's a lot of opportunity for big run after the catch and generate chunk plays.
A run with Caleb. And nice work here. He got the first down to about the 30-yard line.
Second down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
They'll go again here with Taylor. He'll take this ahead. It's a pickup of 3. Xavier Watts there to bring him down.
And as of right now, they find themselves trailing at the moment, but it's certainly not because of the ground game. I mean, he's averaging over 4 yards per carry. Just hasn't been enough to overcome some of their shortcomings elsewhere.
Here's Jones to throw. He'll step up and run this. He'll get a dozen out of that one, scrambling his way to a first down.
A gain of 12 yards. That's another Colts first down.
When you're game planning during the week for a mobile quarterback like this, on every down, you have to have somebody to account for him. You can see why here. He's able to escape the pocket, turn into a runner, and he can take every play and make it a big play.
And he's into the end zone. Tyler Warren. Touchdown, Indianapolis. That is yet another touchdown pass. What a game he is having, throwing his 4th touchdown score of the game.
It's one thing, Mike, to throw 4 touchdowns, but it's really the ease in which he's carved this defense up that has stood out the most. The defense has had no answers for this passing game, and he has just completely had his way with this group.
So now, with the lead up to 5, they're going to go for 2 and try to extend it out to 7.
For the 2-point conversion.
They'll go with Taylor on the ground. And he is not going to get in. Stop on the try for 2. The lead remains right where it is.
I don't love the call. I mean, all week you practice these gotta-have-it plays. Every call sheet, Mike, has 3 or 4 plays that are down here in the goal line that could also be used as 2-point plays. I think to simply turn it around and just hand the ball to your running back, gotta be a little bit more creative. That's a big missed opportunity.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Agnew on the return. Whoa! He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Here's Bijan Robinson, and the Falcon offense set for their next drive. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the topic of conversation in that locker room at halftime. Has worked so far. On first down, it's Robinson. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
These edge rushers, they are judged by their sack totals, Mike. They love to rush the passer. But they have responsibilities in the run game as well. Great job here, keeping it to no gain.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Pitts is the man in motion. Now Penix to throw on second down. He's got his man. It's Mooney. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40. A pickup of 15 in the air. It's good for a Falcon first down.
Now, so far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there. And that mid-range pass was a...
He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. The Colts have come away with the football. Wow, you think you have moved it down the field with a terrific pass and catch, but got to finish the play. And on the turnover, the defense takes over.
You work so hard, Mike, to execute the play the way it's designed, and you come up with a huge, explosive play in the pass game, only to then lose it because of poor ball security. And that's exactly what we saw here. Give credit to the defense forcing that ball out, but it's a shame that it came at the end of what was a big offensive play.
And remember now, all turnovers have to be verified by a replay. So they might be taking a look at this one. At issue was the knee or any other body part except the hand down before the ball comes loose. And are the visuals convincing enough to overturn the call on the field?
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Mooney in motion. They run over center with Robinson. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
We're seeing such an uptick, Mike, across the league in these hybrid kind of positionless defenders, especially safety. So are they a safety? Are they a linebacker? They're good in both coverage. And in this case, they can play near the line of scrimmage and still make plays on the ground.
On second down, here's Penix. And he'll be out of bounds after a gain of 9. They'll go about trying to convert on 3rd down.
9-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
They'll go with the sneak. Fighting for the marker. He loses the football. The Colts have come away with the football. It always feels like it's a safe play. Just have the quarterback keep it, get that first down, try to extend it. But here it's not free, and the defense will take over.
Yeah, the priorities of a quarterback sneak, Mike, are A, get the first down, B, protect yourself, but C, protect the ball. And he was not able to do the third part of that act, and he's going to cough it up now and give the ball right back to this defense.
Jones to hang on to it here. And he'll be met in the backfield and dropped behind the line of scrimmage.
Oftentimes, the more success you have as a quarterback keeping the ball, the more attention that you're going to get from the defense. And I think that's exactly the case here. They've been burned a few times by this guy already today, but this time they were ready for him.
Give up the middle to Taylor. They're going to mark him down right at the 30-yard line. A pickup of 14 on that one. First down, Indianapolis.
Pretty much just more of the same from what we saw with this back in the first half. And he doesn't need much. He gets a little bit of space, and then he can create the rest. It's the combination of patience, vision, and then the burst to hit the hole once he sees it. This guy's been a handful all day.
Left side, that is caught by Warren. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 35-yard line.
Ball on the 35. Here comes a 2nd and 5. On 2nd down, here's a run with Taylor. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
Jones going to try and throw on 3rd down. He gets this one complete to Pittman. It's a gain of 28 as they convert on 3rd down.
Once he saw the deep...
Raheem Morris consulting with his staff above, and they decide to throw the challenge flag here.
Is under review.
At issue, was he able to stay in bounds? The NFL rules, you're looking for either 2 feet or a body part that is not a hand to be down with possession of the ball. No bobbling, the ball not moving around. He has control, so that's what the referee is looking at here.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So the challenge there unsuccessful, and it will remain a completed pass. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Jones. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
It's a gain of 9.
That's not the type of play that's going to end up on a lot of end-of-the-season highlight reels, Mike. But listen, sometimes those little check-down crossers produce some positive plays. Stay ahead of the chains.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd down and a yard. On the give, this is Taylor. We'll get this inside the 20, a nice run. They're in the red zone. It's 1st down.
A gain of 10 yards.
And with that run, this back is closing in on almost 100 yards for the game today, Mike. He's had a lot of those good chunk plays. This defense has not had a great answer for him so far.
So they move inside the 20, 1st and 10 at the 18. On 1st down, they'll stay with Taylor on the ground. This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's 2nd and 9. Back to throw is Jones. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him. Zach Harrison in there for a loss of 5 on the sack. And now it's 3rd down.
3rd and long.
So no shortage of offense in this one as we end the 3rd. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Here's Jones. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is 4th down.
It's always a risky decision anytime a quarterback tries to force the ball, especially into those tightly contested areas. Not a lot of daylight, not a lot of room for error. In this case, it just falls simply as an incomplete. But as this game unfolds, better decisions are going to lead to better results.
the score, Colts 36, Falcons 28.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. The Falcons offense make their way out to take over once more. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Now Penix. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Off the play fake, here's the lefty Penix. That one taken in by London. A big play there on 2nd down, but we do have a flag on the field. And that's in an area where usually this play gets erased. That's on the guard, Chris Lindstrom. Plant. It's Penix. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him. Jermaine Pratt getting in for the sack, and that's going to lead to 3rd and very long.
So after picking up some positive yardage on 1st down, they end up going backwards on 2nd. That sack now brings up 3rd and long, and what most of the time is a very pass-happy situation makes them very one-dimensional.
They and long. From the gun on 3rd down. Here's Penix. That'll be caught by the running back Robinson. And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the first. So it'll bring up 4th down. The Falcons send their punting unit out. They'll be forced to punt, trailing here in the 4th quarter. Doing there, they made sure he would not get free. The Colts offense and Daniel Jones ready to get going once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read seemingly every time. Here's Taylor. Tough to bring down. Somehow he manages to get 4 yards out of that.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
From the 41, here's 2nd down and 5.
The 2nd down pass. Leonard Floyd brought him down. That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run for this. It's Taylor. And he's going to have the 1st down. They'll mark him at the 29. But it's a new set of downs. 1st down picked up.
And defensively, these are the opportunities, Mike, at this stage in the game you just can't miss. It's a close game. Fourth quarter, you find yourself trailing. You've got to be able to come up in that spot and force a stop. Instead, now the offense can drain even more time off the clock with a fresh set of downs.
And a good job following his blockers, a gain of 7. It'll be second down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up second and 3.
Zone read, it's a give to Taylor. And he'll get the first down there, a pickup of about 5 yards.
And the key to this balanced attack, like the one we're seeing here, Mike, is that everything looks the same. The defense is constantly on their heels as they try to diagnose what play's coming next. That level of unpredictability gives them the edge on any given down.
On 1st and 10, here's Jones. And this is going to be caught, but they say out of bounds. So, incomplete pass.
Well, it's going to go down as an incompletion, but it wasn't from a lack of effort. I mean, he did everything in his power to try to get both feet in bounds. The pass just took him a little bit too close to the sideline, and he just wasn't able to save the play.
Fake the handoff. Now Jones. The back of the end zone. He's got it. Michael Pittman. Touchdown, Colts. That is his 3rd touchdown of the afternoon. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the 4th quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the 4th quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
And, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed. So replay is going to take a look at this one and make sure it is good for 6. And we'll get a moment here as they look this one over. Remember, the call on the field is what they'll stick with unless they have clear, incontrovertible visual evidence to the contrary. In other words, it's got to be the truth.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So, ruled a touchdown originally. They didn't find any reason to overturn it, and it stays on the board. Here's Badgley for the extra point. He's got it. And the Colts will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter.
Falcons 28.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Carter on the return. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. Falcons offense getting set to get back to work. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Here's a designed run. He'll step up and run. It's a gain of 10. That's enough for a quick 1st down.
It's a gain of 10.
There's just so many ways this offense can beat you, Mike. He adds such a layer to this offense with their ability to use him as a designed runner, and we can see there as he picks up the 1st down.
And the lefty panics on 1st down. Now, deep ball for London. And he will score! Game on! Drake London. Touchdown, Atlanta. So they get the touchdown, and now it is a 9-point game. Greg, you can go for one and make it a one-possession game. Or some people think about going for two here. What would you do?
I think I'm going for two, Mike. Listen, the way you have to look at it is I need a 2-point conversion at some point. But I want to know now, am I down truly 2 scores, or am I able to get it down to 7 and truly make it a 1 score? So I'm going for 2 now, and I want to know what the rest of this game looks like. How many possessions do I need?
And now it's a 9-point game, so they'll go for just one here. The kick here is good, so they are back within a possession. That gets it down to an 8-point game.
Falcons 35.
So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a 1-score game as they kick it away. On the return, it's Doolin. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. Here's Jonathan Taylor and the Colts offense heading back for their next possession. The advantage is 8. We'll see if they can make this a 2-score game on this drive. First down and 10. Quickly to Pittman. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 25-yard line.
From the 25, here's 2nd down and 7. From the gun, it's Jones. Here's a deep shot for Pierce. He's got it! And he's going to be dragged down, but not until he's inside the 25. It's another big play in a game that's had its share. 53 yards.
When he continues to play at this level, Mike, it just makes this team so hard to beat. It's the combination of leading both long, sustained drives and being able to strike in bunches. It puts so much pressure on these defenses, and with the way today's game has gone, doesn't look like he has any plans on slowing down.
What a pickup, a gain of 18, and it sets up 1st and goal.
Fourth quarter, you find yourself protecting a 1-possession lead. It's a fine line, Mike, between do I keep the ball on the ground, continue to work the clock, or stay aggressive, try to extend this lead to a multiple-possession game. That's the balance this play caller is dealing with right now. At this stage in the fourth quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
2nd and goal. Now it's from the 6-yard line. Jones. Flush to his right.
Great job in coverage here. Nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball. He decides to tuck it and turn it to a runner. They get to him quickly. Picks up a couple yards, but not enough now. Brings up 3rd down.
3rd and goal. Working from the gun, it's Jones. And that is incomplete. Tyler Warren, the man he was looking for there. And now they're faced with a 4th and goal.
They let a golden opportunity slip away on that one. That's the matchup that they wanted. They just couldn't quite capitalize on it.
Here's a big one now from Michael Badgley. This to make it a 2-possession lead. And this one right down the middle. It's good. And that could be big. They now take a 2-score advantage.
Michael Badgley set
Both
to
teams
kick off.
ready to go once more as the kick's away. Agnew on the return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Falcons offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They'll start out first down and 10. From the gun, here is Penix. Open man, he's got Agnew. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. And a first down.
Things certainly look a little improbable right now, Mike, but I wouldn't say impossible. I think they've got to capitalize on this possession to pick up some points. Every single possession right now is priceless. Points, possessions, and then they got to get some defensive stops.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
The threat of making a poor decision and throwing a pick is always in the back of your mind, and while you can't play scared, you do have to play smart. If you can't find an open target, throw the ball away, live for the next down.
On second down, Penix. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him. DeForest Buckner in for the sack. It's a loss of 9 and sets up third down.
Sacks are drive killers. And again, sacks in my mind are more of a quarterback stat than they are an offensive line stat. You have to have a clock in your head to understand where the weakness of the protection is, where I got to go with the ball if I'm hot, and at the end of the day, just get the ball out of your hand.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's third and long. Pitts is the man in motion. Now Penix on third and long. Into space at the 45. And he'll get a good chunk of that yardage back, but he's still well short of the first down.
Anytime you have a running back like this, it's more about just how many ways can you get the ball in his hand. He's had a great game today so far on the ground. Now they're starting to find ways to get him the ball through the air, and that is a handful for any defense.
And that's going to be incomplete. They had to take that chance, trailing here in the fourth, but they will turn it over on down. Michael Pittman making his way back out there along with the rest of the Colts offense. They'll have a short field in front of them as they try to extend this lead out further. Jones now on first down. And they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield.
This is a great reminder of why it's so important to have great offensive tackles. When you get beat so fast off the edge, the quarterback has nowhere to go in the pocket to escape, and that's what happens.
Work to do now as they come up on second and long. On play action, it's Jones. The right side, that is hauled in by Warren. And he'll get about 7. Still short of that first down. And they'll try to convert it on third down.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
Throwing is Jones on third down. He'll try to run for it. You can't beat a running quarterback. Gain of 16 and a first down. Falcons go ahead and take their second timeout. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
They'll work the middle here with Taylor. Now the Falcons will use their third final timeout, and they'll get together prior to the second down play.
It's a gain of 5.
I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for, and I think this is a nice physical gain here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds.
Jones keeping this one. And he will not be quite able to stretch the ball out. They're going to mark him down after that huge run all the way to the 1. It is a gain of 23 yards, and now they'll have 4 shots at him. It's first and goal. Here's a chance to put this game away. First down and goal. No handoff. He'll keep it himself. He will do it himself. He's in. Daniel Jones. Touchdown, Indy. The dual threat of the quarterback. When you have one that can run, why not use him, especially down here, Greg? And they punch it in for the touchdown.
There's nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than down here near the goal line when he can call his own number. And in this case, that's exactly what he does, and he's able to take it in himself.
Badgley now to tack on the extra point. The kick is good. And the Colts are going to extend their lead.
Falcons 35.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Agnew on the return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Falcons offense getting their final instruction before heading back onto the field. On play action, Penix. He takes off. 2 minutes remain in the fourth quarter. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. On first down, it's Penix. Over the middle, that's his tight end, Pitts. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Call it a gain of 13. First down, Atlanta.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark. Just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
And he's out of bounds on the pass play, but that's good for 8 yards.
Not the biggest gain in the world, Mike, but what I really like from the quarterback is just the timing of the drop, the timing of the delivery, and hopefully this can jumpstart this offense in the right direction.
Now it's 2nd and 1. Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
He'll get out of bounds, a gain of 8, and that's going to be good enough for a first down.
When you decide to throw the ball on 3rd and 1, typically, Mike, what you're doing is you start from the top down. If you have the big shot downfield, take it. If not, the quarterback works through his progression, finds the medium target, picks up a first down.
Quick throw on the RPO, and he gets it to Mooney.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 21-yard line.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Penix. That's to Mooney, complete right side. Oh, the elusiveness on display there. Nifty footwork setting up 1st and goal.
And while this game is certainly all but over, this drive really comes down to pride. On one side, you got a team trying to show they're willing to fight all the way to the end. And then the other, they don't want to give up a touchdown at this point in the game.
That'll be incomplete with a penalty flag down. It looked like someone was across early.
Still first down.
So now, from half the distance closer, here's 1st and goal. Algier going to try to bust his way in. And this is going to be a touchdown. It's too little too late. We do get a bit closer as they score here in the final minute of play. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score. And, Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
Down for the point after.
Lining up for the extra point.
He gets it to go, and the Falcons are able to cut into the deficit.
Colts 53, Falcons 42.
Looking to double up here. Score the touchdown. They want more. They're lining up for an onside kick.
Well, we knew, Mike, this was going to take a miracle. All they needed to do was recover this, score, recover another one, score again. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen, and this game...
Michael Pittman making his way back out there along with the rest of the Colts offense. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts. So just one kneel down and then time to shake hands. Victory formation, defense powerless to stop. And that should just about do it. So it's a win for the Colts. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. In the end, a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. That is the difference in this one. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The crowd loved it. Not ready to go home just yet. What a night. As we say, so long from Berlin.